Shalom, peace and blessing to the chosen. Peace and blessing to the chosen, man. Come in, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Just today, real quick, I wanted to speak on my current thoughts about just several different things. Nothing in particular altogether, but really just, different things that I've been seeing throughout the week, throughout the month. Conversations that's being had, perspectives of people, mainly those things centered around the Bible, of course, scriptures, of course, and people's take on the Bible, how people feel about the Bible, how people don't feel because they don't understand the book in a lot of cases. The season in itself, one of the main things that come to mind, what the Most High put in my spirit, it really got a fire going. You know what I'm saying? It's about the mind state of so-called black people when it comes to the Bible, when it comes to Christianity. A lot of cases, so many black people talking about Christianity without understanding Christianity itself or the Bible. When I say that I'm a Christian, I mean that I'm a pre-Constantine Christian. So if you don't know the history about Constantine and the Council of Nicaea or Nicaea, however, you won't really get that. You got so many people saying, well, we don't need the Bible or the book because they gave that to us during chattel slavery. They gave us the Bible during the time where they were beating our backs in and raping our women and our men and so on and so forth. And a part of that is true. But what's missing is people are aiming to put it off as trusting in the Most High, the Creator's word is the issue, when African spirituality was still something that our people practiced during slavery. Our people were still following. You had some of us that was under the faith of Islam during chattel slavery. So people was Muslims during slavery time. And the question is, they'll say, well, as I pose the question, I ask the people, I say, well, how has the disbelief in the Bible advanced so-called black people? And I'm still waiting on the answer. Because the thing is, you got people who are under the Kemet persuasion, Nuwapian persuasion, Scientologists, Egyptologists, New Age thinkers. You got all these people, the Kabbalists, so on and so forth. They have an opinion about it and saying, well, the Bible didn't help us. It's the white man's theory, perspective, and religion. And then you ask those same people, well, what the religion, the belief that you have, how has it forwarded and advanced us as a people? Because again, they praying to their ancestors. If you don't know, when they came and got us off the shores of West Africa, and when they were shipping many of us from the Americas back to the Africas, a lot of our people were praying to their ancestors then. Why the ancestors didn't help? Why was the power of the ancestors then? What was the power of the stones and all this other stuff then? Because the people rolling out this perspective about the Bible being an issue or not being effective, or it being a problem altogether, and saying in a way like they got the answers. Well, again, you praying to your ancestors in the universe. You asking, where was God during slavery? Where was your ancestors then? What was the ones you prayed to, the universe and all that? What was it? I got the answers. The Bible got the answers. Because you got so many that say, well, we the most dominant. We the most dominant, most powerful people, the most smartest people. This is what I heard, family. This is what I was told. And I appreciate their trio to feel on their audio. They said we the most dominant, most smartest, most strongest, most fast, most creative, all of this. And I asked, well, how is it that we all those things and then the enemy comes in and overtake and master us? They say, well, they tricked us because of our kindness. They fooled us because of our kindness. Hold on, man. So this is what I'm laying out for y'all to know. If you patting that lion and you rubbing his head, He's still a lion, man. Meaning that we might be chilling, we kicking it, we having fun, me and you. We doing our thing. The moment you decide you want to smack me, the whole scene and the atmosphere gonna change, bro. All the power, my dominance, my creativeness, my smart, my intelligence, all of that, it's gonna be released and executed on you. My point being that they saying, well, we were tricked by our kindness, and this is how the white man or the other races came in and overtook us. The power ain't supposed to leave just because you kind, fam. Bro, just because you kind and smart, all your powers just disappear because they trick you through your kindness. Man, it's foolishness, man. And this is another thing what I posted too. Listen, man. These folks, in order to validate any belief that they have to tear down the Bible. Why is that? When they roll out whatever it is they believe, or why they don't believe, they never pull up and say, well, we can't trust the Quran. Even though our people, again, if you don't know, our people during slavery time, we had Muslim brothers and sisters then, of the Islamic persuasion then. But they won't say, well, the Quran is what corrupted us. The Arabs gave us the Quran. And you talking about a Bible given to people during slavery, they didn't give you the full Bible. The same way so many of y'all don't even know 14 of the books. And matter of fact, more than 14 been removed. But the Most High done revealed it and allowed the people to be able to study these things now. Why was your tarot cards for you witches and warlocks? What was the tarot cards and all that then? What was your horoscope to tell you then? Oh man, these folks finna come get us and take us away from our land. What was the horoscope and all that then, man? Since the Bible is the problem, this is what I'm trying to get to the root of. So again, if you don't know, during slavery, bro, the people are not educated. Most of the people who have a problem with the Most High, who have a problem with the Bible, is because they hate the Most High, man. And they want to be lawless, because you can look in this book and it'll tell you, as example, they say, well, King James was a homosexual. If King James, who he didn't write the Bible, he authorized it. He didn't write it. He authorized it to be wrote. If this man was a homosexual, why would the Bible itself condemn homosexuality? Shouldn't it further his lifestyle if that's what he was on? So the people hate the Most High. They find these excuses. Because it say, listen, don't steal, don't kill, don't sleep with your neighbor's spouse. Because it's going to correct whatever evils a person is doing. They don't want to abide by rules. But the same ones will love and bow down to every rule given by their job, though. You ain't going to speed through that red light, even though it's just you at the light at 4 a.m. in the morning. You ain't going to even run the stop sign. Why is that? Why won't you just go ahead and walk straight out the store with whatever it is you purchase? Because these folks gonna abide by the rules that they feel benefit them. They hate the Most High, man. And I'm saying this for the true troops and the righteous rebels, for the anti-atheists, for those who are seeking truth, to understand, man, it's a separation that can be made between a person's opinion and the fact about the book itself. It's so many people that ain't read the book, don't care to read the book. Said it before. They'll say, don't read the Bible. We don't need it. Don't trust it because it's man-made. And then turn right around and go get the 48 Laws of Power. They're going to go get the book from Rick Ross. They're going to go buy the book about 50 Cent, whatever book 50 Cent wrote. They're going to go buy the book from a female who told me she know everything that went on with Diddy. They're going to apply those things. So many people mad and upset don't want to deal with it because the education level, they say, well, because it say thou. Because it say smite of. They don't understand Quaker English. They say, well, why was it translated so many times? So here's the example. If the campaign that I'm pushing is protect the children, and I go get it, put on a shirt, protect the children in English. But I say, you know what? This ain't just about the people that understand English. It's people that speak Mandarin. It's people that speak Aramaic. Let me get it put on the shirt in those languages as well. So now it's being translated so that they can understand. But the people hate the Most High, man. They hate the Most High. So then again, like I'm talking about where I started it though, family. Pan-Africanism, Nubians, Egyptologists, all these things, New Age thinkers, so on and so forth. Having an issue with the scriptures, bro, is like, again, like what was said. This guy, he say, the Bible was given to us during slavery. But I never hear the people, again, never bring up the Quran. Our people were atheists then too. We had some of our people that was atheists at that time. But if we take the Bible off the table and we just deal with African spirituality, where so many of them who are against the Bible, and that's what they say they own, when they came and got us on them ships, man, when they came and got us with the good ship Jesus, if that's what you want to talk about, where was the power of the African spirituality? Since there's no power in the Bible, many not even being educated, it's a such thing called the slave Bible, where they only gave you a specified certain number of them. Then the people don't even know how to find the balance of what the scriptures say. Well, it teach you to be a slave. It teach you to be a slave. Obey your master, man. We got one master, man. We got one master. That's the Messiah. And he been anointed to be the master through the Father, the creator of all things. These folk around here praying to stars in the wind. Like some of y'all ain't heard, I made the post though. Bro, I'm working. And a guy, you know what I mean? He see my light. He know what I'm on. I see what he on. And we chop it up here and there. You know what I mean? I'm just letting them know, like, bro, nah, you know what it is. I'm standing on the business about the Most High, bro. He tell me, he say, man, I got 5 elements that I pray to faithfully daily. Water, wind, fire, earth, and a woman. And I'm just baffled by it. Like, man, this dude, I can really see the spirit on him. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at that like, man, what? You praying to these elements. I said, listen, bro, if you was homeless and I scoop you or brought you to my house, right? I fix you a hot plate, bless you with this hot meal, give you a hot meal. You gonna thank me or the food? He said, I'm gonna thank you. All right, so I let you wash your clothes. You gonna thank the washing machine or me? I'm gonna thank you. I bless you with some money, put some money in your pocket. You gonna thank the money or me? He said, I'm gonna thank you. So why is what I tell him, ask him, why would you pray to the elements instead of the one that made them? It's a spirit, man. Because when you look into what these folks doing, just like I'm talking about, after spirituality, you ask them, well, if me serving the Most High, not according to modern day polluted paganistic Christianity, not according to the traditions of men, but what the book really say, with understanding and comprehension, not based on what you think or nobody else think or how I feel, which you got a lot of these African spirituality people who praying to their ancestors, got a problem with the Bible, putting up Christmas trees and got a Christmas tree in their house right now. You got a lot of them got the Christmas tree decorated in their house right now. Going broke, getting behind on your mortgage and rent to give gifts to your child based off Christmas, which is not African spirituality. These people moving like this. But I say, okay, if that's the way, how has the disbelief in the Bible forwarded or advanced black people? Somebody answer it. You well, if you a Nuwapian, if you an atheist, whatever you is, man, you welcome to answer in the chat. You welcome to answer in the chat. So if I had to answer that question, my answer would be this. Listen, and I'm dealing with it surface level, not talking about people understanding that we the Israelites. The Most High got a chosen people. That the Bible gives the answer of how we got in this condition and how we gonna get out of it. Listen, at least with the Bible and the belief in the Most High, people gain a moral compass enough to say, well, you know what, I'm not gonna rob. I'm not gonna kill this person or murder this person. You know, I'm gonna have standards, I'm gonna have some type of guideline on how I deal with people in society. Without it, man, these folks is lawless. They have a guide and a measure and a compass to say a man laying down with a man is wrong. A man laying down with a child is wicked and evil. A man laying down with an animal is evil and wicked. Well, without the book, you know what I'm saying? Those who if we talking about base level Christianity, which that ain't got nothing to do with the Bible. At least it gave these people a mindset to say, hold on, it's a such thing as good and evil. Well, you got people out here saying, man, ain't no such thing as the devil. It ain't no such thing as evil. It's only good. Man, you got to be a fool. You a different type of fool. And understand this, family, we in a time and a season, many of us, like, man, people got it so confused thinking that a holy man or a holy woman, an upright, godly man or woman supposed to be this soft character. Like you supposed to be this person who just get walked over and trampled or get talked to any kind of way. Just take disrespect, all that. It's been misconstrued about turning the other cheek. Man, the master wasn't telling you to let somebody hit you. Don't you know it's people in a boxing ring? Listen, dude got hit in the face. He lost his life. It wasn't talking about let somebody beat on you. Man, you got a family to take care of. You got responsibilities, sister. Son, cousin, nephew, homie. You got responsibility. And if this person rock you hard enough, shake your brain up, you might never be the same again. Man, the book say the Most High is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed. So I'll get a scripture though. So the thing was, the question I'm posing to, you know, the African spiritualists, Egyptologists, the ones that we all this dominant, we all this power, and yet a recessive or more weaker species of mankind comes and overtakes us. How? I'm telling you, man, look, the Willie Lynch letter. The Willie Lynch letter, and in the Willie Lynch letter, old boy he say, man, this system will work 400 years. It'll take a phenomenon for these black people to get free from it. It'll take that's the word he used. So when you look up that word and you look into that word phenomenon, you see, you know, it means something supernatural. Supernatural, otherworldly. And guess what I'm telling you? That's how we got put in this position, not knowing who we are. It was the African spirituality doing the voodoo, trying to cast a spell, acting like the heathens. That's what God has put in this. The Most High said, man, y'all are that. Yeah, y'all are dominant. But I'm finna send a curse on y'all that's gonna break y'all strength. I'm gonna break y'all bravery and y'all courageousness. I'm gonna destroy that out of you. So that you will know it's me who's sending these folks against you as a form of punishment. Don't that make sense? Don't that make, but to the one they saying, well, we were just kind and they swindled us. They fooled us. Because you was kind, they fooled us. The people hate the Most High, man. Leviticus 26, bro. This book is brown history. This is your history. You want to know what you was doing, what our people was doing before we got here? On the slave ships, before we came through that passage? Here go your history right here, bro. Leviticus 26, verse 14, it say, but if you will not hearken unto me and will not do all these commandments, this is the Creator talking. This is what he telling our people. The question that so many of us ain't asking, why do we go through what we go through? Why is it that on the books and the laws, documents, it's a such thing as redlining? It's a such thing as black codes. Why? You ain't gonna find within that description that it got nothing to do with no other race of people but our own. Why is that? It didn't say nothing about the Chinese people. When the pandemic happened, you had some Asians that have violence committed on them. Them folk came up with a whole bill. These folk came up with a whole bill about the Asian hate crimes. They just straight up skipped over us Negroes. Oh yeah, we ain't worried about y'all. Y'all getting hate crimes committed on y'all day in and day out. We ain't worried about that. Let's give them a bill to help them. Why? Why is that? The people ain't even asking that question because they being too much entertained with going into the club, twerking and dancing with Sexy Red. Seen a video with a sister of I'm just gonna call her a brown woman, in the club with an infant on her hip at a Sexy Red concert. Sexy Red talking about all type of vulgar stuff. That ain't no environment. And even if Sexy Red wanted, man, you know people getting killed. You know, they shooting in clubs. So what I'm saying, man, the face of the face of the righteous ain't supposed to be all mellow all the time, bro. But here go the book, man. Leviticus 26:14. This is what the Most High told our people. He didn't give us no African spirituality. This is what he gave. This is what he told us. But if you will not hearken unto me and will not do all these commandments, and if ye shall despise my statutes, or if your soul abhor my judgments, so that ye will not do all my commandments, but that ye break my covenant, I also will do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror. So at the point in time, we boastful. Yeah, man, you see these young guys out here. They out here killing senselessly. They don't even fear prison. They don't even fear the police. They still around with switches. They know the information. You get caught with the switch, you gonna listen, that's a 10 piece. You gonna get you a double digit. They gonna try to hide you, man. And they still around with them. I'm saying that to say that bravery and the courageousness have been displaced. But we talking about why was it and why is it in the history we talking about chattel slavery? You got a plantation with 40 slaves on it. 40. I'm just gonna use that number. And it ain't number 2 or 3, 2, 3, 4 white men. Or 2 white men and his wife. And they ain't decide, man, we finna slaughter these folks and go home. Man, we finna slaughter these folks and turn it to our plantation. We finna change the game. Why? What? It had to be supernatural, deeper than what's on the surface, man. This thing's spiritual. So you got the ones who saying, well, yeah, we African spiritualists. We gonna play with the stones and playing with Ouija boards and all this. Cutting on yourself, practicing sex magic, all these different things. You got the spirituality, but it's displaced. You giving honor to Satan when you do it, though. He said, I also would do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror, consumption, and a burning arg that shall consume the eyes and cause sorrow of heart. And ye shall sow your seed in vain, for your enemies shall eat it. You want answers to the condition of our people? Here you go. This it. Now you're going to have, if you're tuning in and it's hitting you, you're going to have people, family members, cousins, friends, strangers. They're going to try to come and convince you like, man, no, that ain't what it is. Man, you better fend for your own soul. Let them be fools. Let them perish as fools. Verse 19 say, and I will break the pride of your power, and I will make your heaven as iron and your earth as brass. This thing was done by the Creator, man, by the Most High. People praying to the stars. People checking their horoscope, saying, I'm going to go, let me look at my horoscope, let me look at the stars and see what it's going to say about today. And it ain't even hitting them that, hold on. Who made the stars? Who was the one that gave the stars spark and twinkle? Who put it in the sky? Who did that? It never hit their mind, man. Why? We jumping down to verse 36, man. It says, and upon them that are left alive of you, these is curses that our people suffer for disobeying the Creator. This how we got in this position. This is how we became subject to all these other nations, the Gentiles. This is why we divided, why we hate each other, why we don't unify. This is why so many people within the brown community, one gonna say he black, you ask another one what's his nationality, he gonna tell you his religion, Muslim. You ask another one, he don't even know what ethnicity or race is. He's not educated, she's not educated. It says, and upon them that are left alive of you, I will send a faintness into their hearts, in the lands of their enemies, and the sound of a shaken leaf shall chase them. And they shall flee as fleeing from a sword, and they shall fall when none pursue. So shaky and scared. You hear the leaves rustling, you almost, you know what I mean, had a situation in your draw. That's how fearful these folks become. The Most High put that on us. We looking at the Sandra Blands. We looking at Floyd with getting his, however you interpret that story. Tamir Rice. We're looking at all these people who done got slaughtered, public lynchings in modern time. And the understanding ain't setting in like, why? Why is it that we just take this? Why do we just allow this? Because we disconnected from the true power. And so many people are allowing the adages and the philosophies of the world in the mouths of the haters and scoffers to influence them. For instance, here we go. Situation going on with, I'll say, Billy Carson. Some of y'all don't know who he is. Now, when I get wind of him, I'm already knowing off top, just if you going against the scriptures, it's only one or two reasons, man. You hate the Most High, or you don't understand the book, and you bias in what you're doing. So here go the example. Say a story, 50 people gonna write a story about you. Out of these 50 people, your brother is one, your loving brother. Y'all best friends. Y'all hang together every day. Or your child, whoever your closest person is. They write about your life. And they write all these good things. But your hating cousin, your hating auntie, your hating daddy, whoever this other person, this dude up, this buster up the block who didn't like you, he write a story about you too. The things he write, oh no, he was a liar. He thought he was tough. He thought he was bad. He thought he was the smartest person. He writing all these things about you, right? Me coming to find out about your life, if I want a problem with you, when I read the book from what was wrote about you from your son, from your best friend, I'm like, oh, I can't believe it. But when I come across the one from the bust up the block who got something negative to say about you because I want something negative to say about you, I'm saying, oh yeah, this it. This right here, this the one. I'm going to hold fast to it. This is the same flavor and application that the people move with when it comes down to the Most High in the Bible. They want a problem. They don't want to believe. So when they come across texts that's not even validated, that ain't even solid, You know what I mean? They gonna hold, oh, yeah, we're gonna believe this one. We're gonna go with this one. So let me give you another example. Because you got people saying, well, these texts and these books, they predate the Bible. So that means that they sure and certified. Hold on, man. Here go your example. Here go your example, man. Say the mall near you, it just exploded. When it exploded, not only did the mall itself explode, but like 5 other businesses, right, around it. Do you think that the news stations in your city gonna be coming to that scene? Do you think the news station, somebody drop it in the comment, do you think just one news station or multiple news stations gonna come to that scene? And I'm gonna finish off this example when y'all answer. Drop it in the comment. Do you think multiple news stations is gonna come to the scene where the mall blew up at? Drop it in the chat, man. Come on, multiple. All right, check this out. Not only is several news stations gonna come, you gonna have a dude from YouTube who he got his own news channel now. He report local news from the hood. It's the hood news. He gonna be there too. Now here go the example though. The first one on the scene get there, right? Get the reporting. Man, it's been and let's just say they saw you running. After they saw you running. News reporter get there and say, yeah, they said it was a man or he was running, leaving the crime scene. He's the one that caused the explosion. This is the first one on the scene though. I'm the next reporter. I'm finna come up there. But for some reason, I can't find my keys. The Most High delayed my coming. Man, where my keys at, man? Where my key? I'm looking everywhere. Finally found the key, pull up there. By this time, the investigators that made it to the scene. And the guy said, well, we come to find out it wasn't somebody who caused this explosion. The owners of the mall were due to have an inspection of their electric wiring. And guess what? The people never came out to change it. So the fire and explosion happened because those old wires. But I get that story. I came later. The person who was first there, they got the story. They think they got the raw report because they were the first ones on the scene. And they wrong as ever. You ain't even got the full details. The true story is that, man, it was a wiring issue. Same flavor when it come down to the book, talking about what's predating. Many people don't understand the history of the Bible itself. I'm talking about this right here, if y'all don't know, fam. When you got a book, they got a back, a spine, and a cover. It's called Codex Form. It's called Codex Form, family. And it wasn't always in Codex Form. Prior to that, we had scrolls. And with the scrolls, it was either recto or verso, meaning you can only write on one side. They had to come up with a way, hold up, man, we need to be able to put more information together where we can write on both sides, front and back. So now we're talking about what's modern day pages. But prior to this, we didn't have this. These folks had to carry around scrolls, bro. Putting them in big vases and jars. And wherever else they can have. And store them. So these different things, the people not educated on this information. And they not educated on it because many of them don't want to be educated on it. We want to be entertained. A person can tell you every state, date, time, price of a ticket, how much all the people together paid to get into the Cavaliers game when LeBron played for the Cavaliers. They can give you all these stats, break it down, but they can't give you history of their own people. Because the people in the state of society and humanity right now is we love to be entertained. We rather be entertained than educated. And not only that, if we're going to be educated, we want to have it as a microwave. We want it real quick. We don't have enough discipline to sit in one spot long enough to be educated about something. We ready to change a minute and logged in, logged out. Real quick. It can be information to save your life. But you don't want to read it. You don't want to sit there and listen to it. You rather look at some boxing, some UFC, somebody twerking, some females fighting, pulling their hair out, somebody doing some cocaine, drinking, getting drunk, partying, a bunch of debauchery. You want to listen to a bunch of violence. It's lame for you to listen to love music. Come on, man. This is the state of the people. And it's been billions of dollars, trillions of dollars spent to put the people in that mindset. But guess what? Initially, the people have to say, well, you know what? I yield my will. I yield my will over to another source that I don't want to be freed from these chains. So what else going on in the world? We're talking about drones. The people talking about the drones and what the drones and some people scared and afraid. Listen, watch those people. Because the same ones who we saw operate as the Most High revealed during the pandemic, the fearful ones, the ones who were so afraid and scared and shook about the pandemic, they went and got the serpent sting. The ones who calling you sweating and worried, them same ones, man, them will be the same ones because they couldn't handle that prayer. They didn't want to go without a job. They said, man, I need this job, man. So they went and jeopardized themselves. YouTube, Facebook, IG, don't flag me, man. I'm speaking about firsthand experiences. These the same ones, bro. When that next pandemic happened, when the next high level destruction and issue and world event happened, man, these same folks, you think they're feared and left them? You think the will and the power, listen, you gonna be who you are. You are who you are. So when it come down to people operating out of fear in these different situations, our folks gonna do the same thing or worse. Or worse, man. But we're talking about the drones, right? So here's the understanding for the drones. When it's from the Most High, bro, it ain't gonna be no question about, okay, I can see the lights on it, and just me looking at whatever this object is, I can kind of decipher and say, well, maybe it's man-made. It just wasn't made by America. It ain't gonna be none of that. It's gonna be full otherworldly. You gonna know, man, this ain't, hey, bro, this ain't come from America or nowhere else, bro. This gotta be from some other realm. You gonna know that. So what's happening though, programming, family, this has been going on for years. I said this before. One of the major, most powerful tools is the TV and the way that they utilize it to program society. Here's how. Remember Independence Day? Part 1, Part 2. Remember Predator? You remember Pacific Rim? You remember Battle Los Angeles? All these movies where these foreign creatures is coming out of the sky. And so as we watching these movies and these shows, it's getting the people's mind tailored to say, well, whatever come out that sky is a threat to us. Whatever come out of the sky is something that's coming to do us harm. Whatever come out, we need to shoot at it. Getting the people's mindset, but what you don't know. This is what your horoscope ain't gonna tell you. This is what the ancestors you praying to ain't gonna tell you. This is what it ain't gonna tell you. My Acts chapter 1, bro. The book of Acts chapter 1. The book of Acts chapter 1. This is what your African spirituality and praying to the universe ain't gonna tell you. It's not gonna reveal it to you. Acts chapter 1, verse 9. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start with 6. It says, when they therefore would come together, they asked of him, saying, Master, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom of Israel? Because the people who understand what's going on in society, according to the Most High, not according to ourselves, not according to tradition, we seeking the kingdom to be restored to our people. We know that the way that the world is being ran is not how it's supposed to be ran. But you got so many people that's okay with how things are carrying on, playing out, and how things are functioning. So they wanted to know at that time, is you finna restore us back on top? Because these people spend trillions of dollars to keep us food, to keep us believing we everything but Israelites. Again, this is why you see Lil Durk, and when he get on, guess what? He say he a Muslim. But and despite what Kyrie Irving is, despite after whatever he done said or do, but when he make that post and say, man, hey, y'all go look up that book, Hebrews to Negroes. Them folk got to trying to reprimand dude. When Kanye said, man, we the true Israelites, them folk got to trying to punish that man. When Nick Cannon said that, them folk got to trying to punish that man. They ain't trying to punish you if you saying you Muslim or you some African spiritualist. They don't care about you if you saying you an atheist. That's what they want you to say. Because none of those things yield or direct you to the Most High in a fashion that's in truth, bro. To keep the commandments in the faith in the Messiah. With the desire and the hopes to be sealed with the Holy Spirit. Yeah, that motherfucker don't care about that because it's off. Verse 7 says, and he said unto them, it is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Father hath put in his own power. But ye shall receive power after that the Holy Spirit is come upon you. And ye shall be witnesses unto me both in Jerusalem and in all Judea and in Samaria and unto the uttermost part of the earth. Verse 9, watch this. This is what I'm talking about. It says, and when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up. And the cloud received him out of their sight. So the master, this melanated man, not no pale face, $5 Indian type, white Caucasian Christ, or Jesus, or whoever what you gonna call him. That ain't who was talking. That ain't the son of the living God. That's an idol. But you wouldn't know that with your African spirituality practicing self, because you got so much hate for the scripture, you ain't even went in to study it to see if that was a true statement. No, he looked like me and you. But it said he was taken up, so he ascended into the heavens. All right, check this out. It says, and while they looked steadfastly toward heaven as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel, two angels. 11. Which also said, ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Yeshua, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven. We're going to stop right here. Why? So we talking about these drone things. We're talking about the programming of the people to look up and see anything that's coming out the sky that look for it, to fight against it. They programming the masses of the people to feel that way because they know the Messiah gonna crack the sky. He coming back out the sky again. The same way he left, he coming back again out the sky. This what you ain't gonna find out in African spirituality. This is what you not gonna find out looking at your horoscope. Yeah, so let me get some more there. But how does that look, man? There's something else your African spirituality didn't tell you. There's something else that it didn't educate you on. These other missing books. The Bible got all the answers. You might just not know where to look for them. And the people that you asking for those answers, they might not know where to look for those answers at. But the book got all the answers, man. Second Esdras. We in Second Esdras, family. And we in that time, bro, like, you're talking about convincing the people of anything, man. We ain't convincing nobody or nothing. Man, we laying out the facts and we keeping it pushing. Let them believe what they want to, but we is going to address the matter. We are going to address the case. Yeah, we is going to do that. And we ain't bending or folding. None of that, man. Second Ezra 13. So in this case, you got the prophet Ezra, he having a dream. He been dealing with the Most High. He been fasting and praying. Most High been dealing with him. You know what I'm saying? Got him set apart. Like, yeah, I'm going to give you answers. I'm going to talk to you about the questions that you got. And that is a learning and a teachable thing for us to take from it. As they say, everything written aforetime was written for our learning. Because many people can't get the answers that they want because you too caught up in nonsense. You thinking that getting high, getting drunk, the higher you get and the more drunk you get, the closer you get to the Most High. No. The time where we were most pure was when we were infants, when we were children. When we didn't have the influences and the impact of these outside sources and things. So the closer that we can get to that, then you more pure. Then you can hear more clearly. Then you can feel. Then you be tapped in. Peace and blessing to the chat, man. Second Ezra 13, family. Verse 1. It says, and it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that was seen under him. They not telling you about the power of the master. They look like you. He came to save us. He came to redeem us. He came to be a bridge for us. Because the Most High said, all right, I'm finna cast these folks out. I'm scattering y'all all throughout the world. I'm sending y'all out of y'all own land. I don't even want to see y'all no more. But so that we can be back on good terms with him because we made that contract. Our forefathers and foremothers got a contract and a covenant in place with the one that made everything. That seahorse that's so fascinating to you, that jellyfish that's so fascinating to you, and it's different kind. That stingray, the one that made the turtle, yeah, the same one who made all our people, my people. I ain't talking about no Asians and Caucasians and East Indians. I ain't talking about no other race of people. And this according to the Bible and history. Like, we got a covenant with the Most High. But we don't know that. And the churches have been a hand and a tool to keep us confused and keep that information from us. The TV has been a tool to keep us deceived and unaware of that information. You can't fix a problem if you don't know what the problem is. You can't fix the problem if you don't come to them, no, that ain't the problem, which it really is. This the problem. I'm trying to keep you looking this way. But we not getting it. So many people, they can't receive the truth because you mad, and I understand. I'm not saying I understand from your shoes, but I get it. Some of the people can't receive the truth because they've been abused. Some of them can't. This is why they run into these drugs and the alcohol. This is why they cutting on themselves. This is why some of them, they standing on the bridge saying, tonight is the night. I'm finna do it. I'm finna jump tonight. But understand, it's the same way that the Most High didn't make none of us robots, bro. And the traumas that we done been through, the things that we done suffered, the hardships, the disappointments, those are not going to be excuses. We can't use those as excuses our whole entire life to keep doing other contrary to what the Most High said do. You can't keep blaming the abuse on why you doing what you doing. Just like you got people, you will have a woman who's affected by not having her father present. Her father abandoned her, left her. The same woman would then have a child and keep that child, her child, from his or her daddy, keeping the cycle going. This is utter confusion, ridiculousness, and wickedness. It's a sickness, man. But if I knew that my roots go back to the people who The Most High had this man. He hearkened and listened to this man's prayer in a time of war, which we come from warring people. Made the sun stand still and the moon. See, but that's too far-fetched for some people to believe because they haven't seen it. But the same ones believe Donald Trump got 20 million in his bank account and they never saw it. These same ones believe that, oh, this gangster rapper, he really about that life. You never seen him do any of that. You really believe these folks love you. And they ain't showed you that at all. But I'm crazy for believing what the book say. Where when people get sick, they don't want nothing to do with the Most High. They on demon time the whole time. But when they go in that hospital, they sick. They feel like they finna die. I call such and such to pray for me. Call the one who you been saying was crazy. Got a problem. Keep that Bible. Call them to pray for you. You want them to pray for you then. You want them to write letters to the judges for you then. You want them to put some commissary on your book or something. You want them to go look after your children because you can't do it. But these same folks, the African spirituality and whatever else, it won't cause them to move like that. But the drone activity, they preparing the people's mind to get ready to try to fight against the Messiah when he comes. Verse 4, it says, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice like as the earth felleth when it filleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men, check this out of number, from the four winds of the heaven, to subdue the man that came out of the sea. So this what the people not able to put these, to connect the dots. You got these different countries who saying, yeah, we gonna war, Russia and Ukraine, China, Taiwan, America, Great Britain, Iran, all, yeah, they is gonna war. Armageddon gonna happen. But guess what? Because they feel that beyond them warring against one another, the greatest threat is that brown man that's coming out the sky. They all gonna team up together and try to fight against him. Did the whole world unite on Independence Day? Then they showed somebody had the Russian flag. This dude here was from Russia. This woman here, she was from China. These people was Americans. They all working together to fight against this threat. But the movie is showing it to you that these are aliens. And guess what? Many of them, they do got the right man to try to fight because he coming to slay the ones who evil. He coming to slay the ones who got a problem with righteousness. He coming to slay the ones who got a problem with everything that's holy. Who want this wicked world to continue in the fashion that it is continuing. Where we subject right now to chemical warfare. They put stuff in our food. They put stuff in our clothes. We turning ourselves into microwaves because we got Bluetooth and everything, TVs, computer, the phones, the cars, even the stove and light bulbs. You gotta even look at it, man. Look at where we at as mankind right now, bro. 14 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, you weren't seeing so many people with the headphones on in front of a camera talking online, streaming. The world's shifting and changing. When we're talking about AI, artificial intelligence, anti-Israelites, because we the main problem in the way. EMF, EMPs, electric magnetic pulse. If you don't know, they talking about China right now. Saying China really prepared to set the EMP out for America. If you don't know what that is, that means everything shut down that's electronic. Said the desire and intent is to break the will of the American people. It'll be darkness. So many people just alone not having a phone. Not having a phone. Listen, them folk gonna wig out. Because you can't log into your iPhone. Because you can't use your iPhone, your tablet. This was your African spirituality ain't putting you on that. The ancestors you praying to, they tell you that part. Yeah, man, it said all these folk gonna come together trying to subdue him. Now, this the dream. I'm gonna jump down, though. Let's see. We still in 2nd Ezra 13. I'm gonna read. I'm gonna keep reading, man. I said I'm gonna keep reading it through. It said, but I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain, and flew up upon it. But I would have seen a region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. This thing gonna come out of nowhere, man. It's gonna happen out of nowhere. Even when we read 2nd Baruch, fam, they say, when mankind gain the mindset where they say, well, you know what? He ain't real and he ain't coming. When they just abandon all hope, said that's when he gonna come. So the ones who got faith, strengthen your faith. Keep strengthening your faith. Because you got so many people that want you to disbelieve and not believe. They want you to believe what they believe. Put the Bible down. Don't read that book, but here, read this book right here that I wrote. Just like the man said, everybody on the planet got a mental illness. Everybody. So, Negro, why am I listening to you if you feel like everybody got a mental illness? You do too. I don't need to be listening to what you saying if that's what you feel. Don't read the Bible, but go get this 48 Laws of Power. Go study the Art of War. Some of your favorite ones. Yeah, go get the book about the Art of War, which is man-made. Who's supposed to make it? The monkeys? The gorillas? Foolishness, man, because the people hate the Most High. They hate him, and then they get to that point where, like what happened, the pandemic get to happening. Mama call cuz and see what he think about this. Now you want to know what I think about something. Now you want to know what the psycho Israelite, the crazy Israelite, the lunar Israelites think. Continuing on, man. Verse 8, it says, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up, every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. Man, this man straight up obliterated these folks. Disintegration. You can't play with him. Before my friend passed, man, we had a short talk. He called me, he asked me, he said, Pete, he said, man, I understand, but like, how did he feed 5,000 people with 2 fish? Like, how he do that? And I told him, I said, well, look, who made the fish? I said, well, can he not make more? He the one made them. Why wouldn't he be able to make multiples? You know what I'm saying? This thing is not far-fetched, but the comprehension. So the role that many of us play, man, is that we got to connect the dots for those who do have an ear for it. And then and on the same token, those who don't want nothing to do with it, man, don't stress and wreck your mind and wreck yourself about that. These folk got to make their own choice, man. They all do just like we do. But the book telling me, just like right now, the African ancestors, The universe, people praying to the universe. It ain't told me nothing about the Euphrates River drying up, but the Bible did. It ain't give me the prophecy about Damascus being a ruinous heap. Go look up Damascus right now and see what type of state it's in. That was wrote in the Bible way before it even happened. So then we got other prophecies that's unfolded. We talking about the mark of the beast. We talking about our people being trapped and snared in prison houses. Talking about our people, the strength being broken, becoming a byword, bicycle, 2 wheels, 2 circles, bicycle, bi-weekly, 2, byword, African American. That's a curse. Most I said, man, I'm gonna strip y'all of y'all name. You're gonna be recognized by a proverb and a byword, African American. Proverb, oh, black folks love watermelon. Want to hide something from a nigga? Put it in the book. And I'm telling you, that's just how they say it. Yeah, man. So the thing with the drone, man, it's not something to just be super alarmed about, man. Like, pay attention to it, be aware of it. But when it's the Most High, man, trust me, bro, it ain't gonna be no questioning, man. Like, is this, you ain't gonna think it's of this world. But what they are doing, they prepping the people's mind to try to shoot at the coming of the master. Just like you said, he coming with thousands of heaven. He gonna have a fleet with him. Yeah, man. Peace and blessing to the chosen. Peace and blessing to the whole chat, man. Y'all got questions. I really didn't come on and stay on too long. Not too long, man. Just briefly. Like I said, current thoughts. People getting ready right now for Christmas. Just like I said, you got these folks who got a problem with the Bible and it's the white man's book, so on and so forth. But they gonna put the white man's Christmas tree in their house, decorated with the white man's ornaments, wrap the present in the white man's paper, using the white man's scotch tape just to seal it up. And they gonna keep the tradition going of the white man with their children. Question, comments, and concern, man. Question, comments, and concerns. Yeah, man, it's the state that we in. This what's going on. Peace and blessings over the chat, my IG. What's going on with y'all? Yes, indeed, everybody want to get a scoop. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. My executive, Shavon, who turned the truth of the Most High to a lie and worshiped and served the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. Amen. Nehemiah, shalom, shalom, saint. Everybody who tuning in over IG, Facebook, and YouTube. Everybody who will see this at a later hour, at a later time. Yeah, man. And so just like was not understood, the language in many cases, you know what I'm saying? Like, this stuff come from the Bible, bro. Like, look at what people say. They say, man, I'm chasing that bag. But in the scripture, it say, literally, it say Judas had the bag. Now I'm saying it because, bro, this is our history. It's our mannerisms and behaviors. It's the way we talk. You know what I mean? But people don't know how to draw the lines to connect the dots for those things. But even in that case, talking about the bag, look at how it was presented, man. Then we talking about people being goats. I don't want to be no goat. I don't want to be no goat, man. They saying it's greatest of all time, but the book letting me know when he divide the nations, when he divide the righteous from the wicked, On the right gonna be the sheep, and on the left gonna be the goat. The goat going into the lake of fire. The goat is going into the lake of fire, man. The sheep entering in through the gate into the kingdom. Yeah, man. Tag your nearest African spiritualist and whatever other persuasion a person might be under. You gotta read this book, man. People got so many opinions about the Bible and they ain't even read it. Well, it contradicts itself. They're like, we go out, bro. This years ago. We go out. We used to stop at this certain spot. The owner of it, his name was Reuben. He rocked with Israelites. His brother, he say he graduated through the school of Israelites, so now it's elementary to him. This is what he's saying, family. He said, yeah, that's elementary to me. Like, I don't have to study the Bible. I mean, and we can be cordial with each other. We've been up there several times. So I asked the man one night. I'm like, bro, okay. So since it's elementary, you don't need the Bible. It's elementary. I'm like, interpret this verse right here for me. I'm going to give y'all the verse I gave him. Then what I told him, I said, look, tell me what this means right here. Wisdom of Solomon, 4 verse 16. I gave him the apocrypha, bro. He reading it. He like, he taking his time. He like, you can see he kind of disturbed. He trying to figure it out. I'm laughing though. And when I start laughing, he got offended. The verse say this though. Thus the righteous that is dead shall condemn the ungodly which are living. And youth that is soon perfected the many years and old age of the unrighteous. I'm going to read it again in case we got anybody in the chat who might want to interpret it, who feel like the Bible ain't the book and, you know, it's elementary like him. Interpret this verse for me. It says, thus the righteous that is dead shall condemn the ungodly which are living. And youth that is soon perfected the many years and old age of the unrighteous. The man just taking plenty of time trying to interpret it. I'm like, man, I started laughing. He got upset. And I had to tell him, you telling me the Bible is elementary knowledge. You can't even interpret one verse. There's one verse out of one chapter, out of one book. And the whole book is elementary. So if this is elementary, then, bro, you must be an infant. You got to be an infant then. You got, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's really going on, Bo? You can't even interpret one verse. And you telling me the book itself is elementary? Let me interpret it for you then. Thus the righteous, so those who live upright, godly, trust in the Most High, he said that is dead, so that they passed on, living an upright life, shall condemn the ungodly which are living. So you ain't gonna have no excuse of why you living wickedly when you got people who done passed away living righteously. Then it go forward and say, and youth, so they're a young person that is soon perfect. They matured in understanding. They got themselves together early. They stopped playing games early. It said, youth that is soon perfected the many years and old age of the unrighteous. So that young person is going to be a conviction on the record of the elderly person who feel like they got an excuse of why they being stupid and silly now. You too old for that. This man got it together. He ain't number 23 years old. You 65. Still playing games like that. It ain't going to be no excuse. This is what the book is telling us. But the man couldn't interpret that verse. The man couldn't interpret it, but he said the Bible is elementary. My point being, these folks be hating the Bible. They hate the word of the Most High because it condemns the lifestyle that they want to live. And many of them, they don't even understand the book altogether. So because I want a problem with you, it's just, here go another example. You hear something about me, but prior to you hearing this, you already got some kind of problem with me. You don't like me anyway. When you hear this little rumor, You're going to be subject to believe it and run with it because you wanted a problem with me initially anyhow. Same flavor with the Bible, with the Most High. I don't want to hear nothing that's upright and righteous. So when I find any little problem, even if it's not a solid source, I'm going to go with it. Shalom, man. Peace and blessing to you. You and Pop. Shalom, Pop. All right. Let's see. Let me go back up, see what y'all saying over here. Let me see what y'all saying over here. Let's see. Excuse me. Yes, indeed, they're going to team up. Team up trying to go against them. Isaac said EMP always comes before ICBM nuke. Intercontinental ballistic missile nuke. That's what that is. Let me see. What else y'all saying? If it's edifying, all praise to the Most High. How long I've been growing my beard? Since 2013. Keanu, my peace and blessings to you, Hebrew. Yeah, man, these folks, that's what I'm saying. In order to validate whatever belief that they have to challenge the Bible. They have to, again, I do not hear, now, if y'all can correct me, I'm with it. Please do. I'm open to that correction. Man, tell me when you heard a time where they was like, man, no, if they on some, you know what I mean, some spirituality stuff or whatever, and they saying, man, no, don't believe in the Quran. Like, they really hone in and focus on the Quran. They really hone in and focus on, you know what I'm saying, whatever text the Buddhists live by. Now they always aiming and targeting the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So I give you a quick example on it. When people had these discussions about who's the greatest, whether it's LeBron or Kobe or Michael Jordan, they using these three guys because these three guys have shown to be very effective. We don't hear a conversation about people, well, is Sam Cassell the best basketball player ever? Is Karl Malone the best basketball player ever? We don't hear those conversations. Or is Shane Battier the best basketball player ever? We don't hear those conversations. But we hear about these other guys because how effective they are. Saying that to say, because the book is effective, very effective, most effective. Even when people don't understand it, is effective. Yes, indeed. Passing the children through the fire of Molech. Yeah, you know, giving them children up, sacrificing these children. Let me see. Doesn't contradict itself. Come on, man. You say if the U.S. educational system doesn't contradict itself, I don't know what does. They don't know the precepts. They have been taught doctrine and traditions of men. This is true. I mean, even in a sense, with, you know, okay, people that say the Bible been tampered with. Okay, let's just deal with that for a second. They say the Bible been tampered with, so I don't want to deal with it. The same people. This is why it ain't no excuse for me. Same man, you go to Sonic, your favorite restaurant, Walmart, Amazon, you order something and it's tampered with. Guess what? They ain't gonna say, man, I'm done shopping at Walmart. I'm done going to Sonic. No, folks, I'm gonna go to a different one. I'm finna go to the Walmart on the other side of town. I ain't gonna come to this one no more. These folks get to shopping with the dope man. The dope man short them on a couple grams. You know what they say? I ain't done with the dope. I'm gonna go to somebody else. They gonna find a way to still deal with that. These folks look for excuses to say, well, the Bible tampered with, that's why I don't trust it. Man, your water, your tap water tampered with, you still drink it. Your toothpaste is tampered with. Your deodorant is tampered with. Your soap is tampered with. You still use it. You tamper with yourself when you snort that cocaine. You tamper with yourself when you getting drunk and high like that too. And I'm talking about being high. Anything that a person cannot, let's say this. If you can't go 3 months without it, stop doing this for 3 months without some type of urge. Man, that's an addiction. So it's no longer just something that you doing. It's an addiction. You a fiend. So I'm saying that to say the people will say, well, I don't want to deal with the Bible because it's tampered with. Man, everything been tampered with. And it didn't stop them from dealing with it. Your gal been tampered with. Your man been tampered with. It ain't stop you from dealing with them though. Stop it, man. Stop it. How do you stay motivated when your head of your house is all off track? What we got to understand is that that's a question that I'm only going to answer on a surface level because it requires too many working parts. The moment that it involves somebody else in a certain way, the root of the issue can only be found in most cases, I'm going to say, with all parties. But the safe place is that understand that everything boils down to what you do, how you move. You're not going to be judged about what I did or what I didn't do, or what he did or what he didn't do, or what she did or what she did. You're going to be judged according about what you did or what you didn't do. Now, how is this person operate? I don't know. Spirit might be strong and you trying to study. They coming there slamming doors and cussing you out. I don't know. I don't know about all that. You know what I'm saying? But it's always wise, if that's the case where it's abuse, get away from the environment that's abusive. You know what I'm saying? What I know most powerful, definitely one of the most powerful tools in this work are fasts. And I understand most people, a lot of people, I ain't gonna say most, a lot of people don't know how to really fast. You know what I mean? A lot of people think that fasting is just going without food or water or beverages, but it's not just that. You don't just starve your physical self, you starve your spirit too, which means you starving your digestion of what you watch, what you listen to, what you say, what you feel. So during this fast, your mind state is supposed to be locked in on the Most High. You trying to keep your mind on him the whole entire time. You can't be fasting and then, you on your fast, but you over here bumping, having fun and listening to all this music, and the day is just regular. It's not supposed to be like that. Fasting is a declaration. What it's supposed to be is you saying to the Most High, Father, I'm dead in this situation. I need you to handle this for me. I need you to show me what to do. I'm dead. I'm literally dead, so I'm powerless. You know what I mean? The dead don't eat. The dead don't listen to music, watch TV, none of that. You know what I'm saying? So in those cases where we really fasting, which is that time, I'm going to say it now, family, it is that time for us to go on another fast too. I'm thinking 3 or 4 days. Probably going to post it in the community, but it's that time again. You know what I'm saying? But during that time, man, the Most High get to revealing stuff, moving, strengthening different things, and he will answer you. And that's what I know to be true. But you stay on track though. You stay on track. You pray for them. The time that The time that we working on ain't the same as the time that the Most High working on. You know what I mean? Many times we ask the Most High for things. We ask him for an answer on something, and we forget the question that we asked. So then when he send the answer, we miss it because we forgot to ask for it, and we no longer looking for it. But it have to be held in our minds and our perspective, those things that we petition him for, so that when he does respond, we'll be prepared to receive the answer. And then in other cases, we ask for things from him, and when he responds, because it's not to our liking, we don't accept it. You know what I'm saying? But if you're going to ask him, he going to keep it 1 million with you. If he respond, he going to keep it 1 million with you. So we have to be open to abandon our biases when we asking the Most High for direction on something. But yeah, if the person is off track, you know what I mean, and you are, keep feeding your spirit. You know what I mean? And definitely pray for that person. If they not receiving it by how you've been putting it to them, you have to try a different approach. And many times we trying to win souls over and educate, edify people on the scriptures. And it's all about verbalizing it. But in other cases, they might be watching how you moving. Some people ain't receiving it because, yeah, we got this relationship and I see that you transition or you trying to live upright, but it's baffling to this individual that with all your righteousness, you still ain't gained the understanding to come and apologize to them for something that you did wrong to them. So it can be a number of things. You know what I'm saying? But the safe place is to you do what you supposed to do. I pray that answer your question. Man, here they gonna follow their horoscope. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yeah, the people want excuses. They want excuses to go to hell. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. The people want an excuse to go to hell. Okay, so even on the towers, I'm seeing this in the chat. All right. So we talked about the tampering with it. We gotta understand this, family. The Most High word, we read a lot of what he's saying, and it just don't register. He said his word ain't gonna come back void. So you think he not gonna make provision for what he said he gonna do to be done? He's not a liar. So okay, we step back. Before we learned the tongue of English, this English tongue, whatever other language we were speaking, you don't speak that language. Many of us don't speak the even Hebrews who study Hebrew, they still gotta study, they still study. You know what I mean? Many have to grow to the point where they can even communicate and actually hold a conversation speaking Hebrew. But prior to even learning that, you know what I mean? The Most High, like, I'm still going to send my word in a way where you're going to understand what's required of you. Isaiah 28. Isaiah 28 verse 9. It says, it says, whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. For precept, which precept is not a verse. Precept is a commandment. You know what I mean? Because I hear brothers and sisters saying, well, hey, precept that with this, precept this with that. No, you know what I'm saying? I get what you mean. But a precept is a commandment. So the better way to say it, let me get a second witness to this verse or this information that I'm bringing out. Let me get another line, book, verse, and chapter that's you know what I mean, agrees with what I'm talking about right now. All right, but it says, for precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line upon line, here a little and there a little. So the misunderstanding for a lot of things is people reading right here and they take this, but they don't go over there and to be able to collectively put it together. And I'll give y'all an example after I read this. Verse 11 says, for with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people. So with another language, am I going to talk to these folks? Of course, because when they brought us on the slave ships or when they took us from here back across the water, they changed our language like they changed our names, like they changed our customs. This is all of a part of the curse. You're going to discontinue from your heritage. This is a curse from the Most High. The Bible gives us the information and the answers to what's going on with us and why it went on with us. Well, here go your example of here a little and there a little. So check this out. If we go to Isaiah, let's see, 41. Let's see. Do I want that or do I want 45? Do I want 45? All right, let me see something. Watch this. If we go Isaiah 45 and 4, rather, okay, this is how we go. Revelation 7. This is how we're gonna do it. Watch this. So this is how you do the line upon line, here a little, there a little. Revelation 7, straight to it, it says, when I'll read down, we got time. It says, and after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having a seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea. Verse 3 said, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in our foreheads. So then the question is like, okay, who is the servants? Line upon line will be, okay, Isaiah 41 and 8. What does the Bible answer itself saying that, you know what I mean, who the servants is? Isaiah 41 and 8 says, but thou, Israel, art my servant. So you ask, okay, who is the servant? There you go right there. But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. And we know it to be true because Revelation 4 tells us, and I heard the number of them which was sealed, and there was sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. It didn't say it won 144,000 sealed to the Baptist church. It won 144,000 sealed to the Jehovah's Witness. It won 144,000 sealed from the Latter-day Saints. It won 144,000 sealed from HOY, GOCC, or ISUPK, or IUIC, or the children of the prophets. It won 144,000 sealed from the African spiritualists, nor of the Islamic people, or none of that. It's talking about bloodline related, man, of the children of Israel. That's who we are, man. Our identity is linked to our purpose. All right, so they had to cut off the purpose. They had to trick us of our identity. You know what I'm saying? In order to get the upper hand on us. Let me see. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's true. Let's see. What else y'all over here saying? All praise to the Most High. Yeah, man, like, man, the Most High would speak to you. He gonna speak to you how he wanna speak to you, man. Let's see. Somebody said they can't hear me. Somebody said they couldn't hear me. It's all good. Yeah, fam, that's all I got, man. Just current thoughts. You know what I mean? What I was at today. And just wanted to speak, you know, refresh the saints. You know, a lot of time what's going on. It ain't a word, you know what I mean, that's just really, you know what I mean, speaking directly to a person's situation. Sometimes it's just to refresh the saints. It's good to just get in the book with each other. It's good to just communicate like the book tells us. Don't forget to do good and communicate. There's an actual commandment. You know what I'm saying? That's what's written in the book for us to do. I'm a king. Yeah, I have heard of Apocalypse of Peter. I read it too. Apocalypse of Peter and of Paul, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, indeed, though. Yeah, so I just wanted to come on, man, tap in with y'all. All praise to the Most High for y'all kicking it with me. Smash the like button if you haven't. Things that were said in this particular video, it might be some life-changing for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Old information to us is new to somebody else, man. We got to remember that. You know what I'm saying? We stand as lights, righteous rebels, truth troops. We standing in the gap for what's upright. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep planting that flag, toting that banner too. Yeah, so when we hit that like button like that, share it and subscribing. I don't know why some of y'all not getting alerts. But when we do that, it does, you know what I'm saying, trigger for other people to be aware of the video, of the message. And they can come on, get their spirit fed, Most High willing. Most High willing, I'm a king. Most High willing. To be able to tie in the Apocalypse of Peter with those 7 and missing verses. Most High willing, family. Yep. In the meanwhile, you know, that's all I got, fam. That's all I got, man. Pray it was edifying. Pray it was refreshing and strengthening. I'm gonna bump this junk.
The Most High told me drop the album. He gon' feed 5,000. They gon' feel it in the streets, all through the public housing. As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, before I deal with demons on you, I gotta battle myself. Fail to sin again. Oh man, I'm tired of myself. That rod and that staff comfort me, lamp to my feet and a light to my path. For Holy Spirit guiding my steps. You ain't for real, get out the way. Electric slide to the left. We want rights to the tree of life. Gotta keep commandments though. Behold the second coming, get it jumping like an antelope. Poison in the waters, wormwood, what's the antidote? One with the Nephilim, be down to let the cannon blow. Wisdom come in waves, every page, so it's manifold. Eating angel food, coriander seed, manna soul. Let us not deceive ourselves nor one another. Teach us how to love our brothers, our sons and our daughters, our daddies and our mothers and our sisters too. I see myself every time I take a look at you. I connect with you. If the sacrifice is good but intentions is wicked, then the deed altogether unacceptable. Riches stored in the heavens like collectibles. Lately I've been working on being more accessible. Hosanna gave the orders, holy soldier waiting to execute. Sky crack, seas so-called black. Everybody fall back. Mount drop shock, yeah, electrocute. I be telling fools. I be telling these. The 14th Psalm verse 1 says the fool have said in his heart there is no God. That's what he said. I tell him wait and see. Wait and see. Wait and see. Wait and see. I'm not confused on why they love to hate me. Royal DNA is safe to say it's blood related. We above the nations. Storm down your hit, live you kill 20,000. Did Abba just slaughter a whole flood of pagans or heathens? Render judgment with reason. Verily keep the sabbaths. It's a sign, it's a beacon. Love my people to life. Can't convict me of treason. City set on a hill. We the salt, we the seasoning. Sun turning to darkness and the moon gon' turn to blood. This time it's gonna be fire. First time he sent the flood. For every action, every word, and every thought. Subpoena to the throne, after life to be judged. Yeah. You call Wakaza. Wait and see. You call Wakaza. Tell him wait and see.
Yeah, man, tell them for wait and see. They ain't gotta believe, but in the end, we all gonna know Amaziah. Since at least you know I love y'all. Shalom, peace and blessings, saints. I'm out.